Hey everybody. So Life Lesson Friday for September 29th, 2023 is Set It Free. And this pertains to whatever you're holding on to that you know you shouldn't be holding on to. And these are those things that oftentimes we forget that we're holding on to it, right? It's something that is not pertinent in our daily life. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's not something that's pertinent in our daily life. And we'll just have that moment, maybe once a month, once every 6 months, maybe just every couple of years, where it comes up and we go, oh, and we know it because we feel that trigger, we feel that emotion, we feel all of those negative, like it just happened today. Like it just happened today. We feel all those things that we felt back then. And then we realize like, oh, I haven't let go of that. Right? And so I'm here to encourage you to set it free. And that could mean anything. That could mean, and like I was talking to a guy yesterday who was like, oh, I love your running stuff. And I saw you running the other day, but, I can't do that because of my bad knees. And like, set it free. You are not your bad knees. I understand that people have knee problems. I'm not trying to say that. I understand that not everybody can run because of different things. But if you set it free and not let it be something that holds you back, and how can we go around that? And quite honestly, in his situation, and I say this because because I have legitimately medically documented bad knee. There's ways around things, and most people don't know how to run properly. And so that's a whole nother subject. But there's other things that we hold on to. There's things that we hold on that people did to us. There's things that we hold on to that work did to us. There's things that we hold on to that COVID did to us, right? Set it free. And things that I deal with, like I'm not past all of these things. Like there's two things that happened this week that came up that I was like, oh my gosh, I hadn't set that free. And one of them was COVID related. And so, and what COVID did to the economy, that affected my family and my business and things like that. And so, you have to set it free. Because if you give it attention and you still attach to it the emotion and the triggers and the trauma and all of those things, that whenever it does come up, not only do you have to deal with all that stuff, but it is distracting you from what you really want to do. Right? Whether it's a physically distracting you from it, or definitely it's mentally distracting you from it, it's emotionally distracting you from what you want to do. And the unfortunate thing is that with a lot of those things that we haven't set free, we never know when that trigger is going to happen. Right? We never know when it's going to come up. And so we could be in the middle of having a great vacation, a great day at work, or a day off, or we could be watching a movie with friends, whatever it is. And that trigger goes off, and that could ruin a lot of time. Right? And I can look back at times that I've let triggers of things that happen ruin evenings out, ruin afternoons, ruin a week, right? Like, because I didn't deal with it properly when it happened. And I understand there's things that definitely sometimes people need to go to counseling for. I 100% believe in that, and think that's true. And so if it's one of those things, definitely go get counseling help. But if it's just if it's just a little thing that sets you off every now and then, or when it does set you off, it's just a small little, but it's just enough to distract you and lead you away from where you need to go, then it's something that you need to set free. So you will have a happier life. You'll have a healthier life because you're not hanging on to these things. These things weigh us down. Emotional traumas, emotional triggers, mental issues, they all weigh us down. And we all deal with them at different points. And that weight that we're carrying affects our overall health, affects our physical health. And so, set it free. Take the time this weekend to identify something that you need to set free and work to set it free. And if you don't know how, reach out. I'm happy to say, hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? Here's a way you could do so, with that specific trigger. Or to say, hey, you know what? Hey, that's above my pay grade from a counseling level. Let's go talk to a counselor and go get that dealt with, because until you do, it's going to disrupt your life multiple times. It's going to continue to disrupt your life at times when you don't want it to. So find something, set it free, and then find the next thing. Because believe me, everybody has more than one. We all do. We all do. You can't get to different points in life, especially with the way the world is, with so much information coming at us all the time. You're going to have triggers. You're going to have issues. You're going to have things that you have to set free. And learning how to do that is a huge, huge life lesson that will pay massive dividends as you go through life.